This is Wim Hof. He's a pretty average guy you'd meet from the Netherlands, except for the fact he's a literal superhuman known as the Iceman. He was able to stay successfully submerged in ice for 1 hour and 53 minutes without his core body temperature changing. He climbed Mount Everest in shorts while resisting altitude sickness and ran a marathon in the Namib Desert with no water. As well as proven under laboratory settings, he's able to influence the autonomic nervous system and immune system at will. Additionally, he holds 26 other world records, and Vice made a documentary on him, so you know he's legit. But according to him, he is not some freak of nature because anyone can do it. I learned about Wim, who's a huge advocate of cold showers, along with some more extreme methods 2 years ago when I started taking cold showers myself. And for a little bit of background, here's why. Back then, cold showers were hot. Reputable science had come out showing that cold showers can increase circulation, reduce muscle soreness, improve your skin and hair, improve metabolism, increase testosterone, fight off common sicknesses, and reduce inflammation, as well as releasing endorphins that can prevent depression. And believe me, they are extremely energizing and will wake you up ASAP. There are many notable historical figures such as Gandhi, Henry David Thoreau, Charles Darwin, who swear by cold showers. The latter of two actually use it to treat their depression. This is because there are a ton of cold receptors all over your body, and when you take cold showers, it sends an absurd amount of electrical impulses from your nerve endings to your brain, acting as this antidepressive effect. Some people claim this is actually more effective than modern day antidepressants. Additionally, in our modern times, many notable athletes and models swear by cold showers or some type of ice bath, cryotherapy, or hydrotherapy. And all of our ancestors have taken cold showers. Maybe not in bathrooms as nice as ours, but they had access to a bucket or they jump into the pond. Even the Romans, who were really into bathing and had access to hot water and steam room type saunas of some sort, still took cold showers regularly or ended their baths with cold water. But none of that's actually why I started taking cold showers. It's because it was uncomfortable, scary, and 2 years ago, for the first time in my life, I was getting out of my comfort zone. Back in high school, even before that, I was this very scrawny kid that just did what he was told and was kind of scared of everyone and just had no balls whatsoever. So when I was starting to do things like do MMA for the first time and get beaten up and stand up for myself in public, it felt good. And I wanted to continue to push myself in that direction. So when I saw Matt D'Avella's and I think it was Captain Sinbad's video on cold showers, I said, you know what? I want to do this. And it wasn't just now that 2 years means 2 years. I've not taken not one single hot or medium or lukewarm. It's all been the coldest setting that shower has. And I can really say from the bottom of my heart, this has changed my life. I don't throw those words around easily. I've done probably 20 self-improvement challenges to date, and except for quitting social media, this has to be like the second greatest thing I've done. And I want to tell you guys all about it. So first off, just get this out of the way, it never gets easier. Every morning when I wake up and walk towards that shower, I am filled with a sense of dread. Of course, you build up your own resilience in your head and you know that you can get through it, but it never gets easier. I learned the best way to handle it is just to walk in, stand under the shower, and just turn it on and just start doing some 360s to get yourself as wet as possible, and you'll get over it. I used to do this really dumb thing where I'd get butt naked in the shower, and I'm like, you know what? Now's a good time to check my email or start cleaning up and tidying up all the shelves and drawers in the bathroom. Don't delay, guys. The more you wait, the worse it gets. Once you get in, the first few seconds are pretty painful. It's like jumping in a pool, but 8 or 9 times worse. Especially if you wake up and take one when you're already cold when you wake up. It's pretty bad. I usually just do a couple 360s so the water hits me from all over, and I'll realize that, hey, this isn't really that bad. In the beginning, I would hyperventilate a lot, I can't breathe, it's so cold, and then you really find yourself after a minute or two, I'm fine, there's no need to exaggerate this bad, but that's what it was like in the beginning. You also spend much less time in the bathroom. Back when I took hot showers, I would spend at least 15, 20 minutes in there unless I had to run to work, and it would go sometimes as high as 40 minutes. With cold showers, you're out of there 6 minutes max. If you're in there for too long, your fingers on the back of your neck will start to go numb. Cold showers, it's not the case. Once you turn the water off though and finish the shower, you feel on top of the world. There's a sense of just raw fearlessness and accomplishment coming out of you where nothing the day can throw at you, you can't handle. In that moment, I literally feel like I could do anything. Nothing scares me at that point. Let me actually go back real quick to right when you turn the water, it's about to come hit you. This sensation known as the flinch, when your entire body just tightens up and you realize what's about to happen, the pain you're about to go through. And it's actually very common in fighting. When I was doing MMA and I was about to take like a hard hit to the face, I would just completely freeze up, knowing what was about to happen. And this takes a lot of training to not freeze up in those situations. I wanna say for the first like year and a quarter, I would just freeze up and about to shrivel into a ball when I realized like, what did I just do? I'm about to pour cold water on myself. Now that's gone away, but I just want to make you guys aware that it's not crazy when you feel yourself getting like really scared or intimidated or feeling about the need to like shrivel up into a ball the second before the water hits you. Now, the first benefit that I noticed was that my hair and my skin improved tremendously. Hot water tends to dry out your scalp and your skin as well as opening up your pores. And I actually made a video 90 days into this challenge, which is extremely cringy, one of the first videos I put up on this channel. And I mentioned this multiple times. I used to have a lot of acne, which subsided immensely. And my hair used to be very like frizzy and dried out, and it kind of got replaced with this now, I don't know, more luscious hair. The reason for this is because your body is forced to produce more white blood cells when it encounters cold water. This is due to a natural evolutionary thing because our ancestors needed to have more white blood cells to protect their internal organs during very harsh winters. So as an evolutionary response, when we encounter cold water, our body produces more white blood cells. One of the other benefits I mentioned was increasing testosterone. And that's absolutely huge because testosterone is what makes men men. Now, I have no way of measuring this in my personal life, but I did notice, obviously my weights have gone up in the gym and whatnot, but back when I started this challenge, I noticed that my energy levels had gone up considerably. I used to be like very lethargic throughout the day. Like in the morning, it took me 2 to 3 hours to get warmed up, and I'd be pretty fatigued around 5 or 6 in the evening. But once I started this challenge, I think a month or two in, I was energized throughout the whole day, especially if I woke up to a cold shower, like I was good to go ASAP. And I could work much later in the night without getting any sort of tiredness that I would normally get earlier on throughout the day. But I'm also realizing right now, I can't remember a single time I've been sick over the past 2 years. There were a couple of days like when I had a bit of a runny nose or a little bit of a headache, but nothing that couldn't stop me from going to work or the gym or school. But I was not sick for a single day. And that's pretty surprising because before that, especially when I was in middle school and high school, I would get sick like once every 2 or 3 months, pretty bad, and have to take 1 or 2 days off school. One of my favorite quotes from all time is from Aristotle, who said, "We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit." Which I believe ties in pretty well with this theme. If you're willing to put yourself through daily discomfort in order to achieve a long-term lasting benefit, then you are on the path to excellence. I'm sure I could make a lot of videos talking about how amazing cold showers are and the benefits and how great I feel all the time, but I think you guys do get the point. Not only has science backed up a ton of reasons to take cold showers for your health, but being resilient enough to do something every single day that scares you is a skill that will help you out tremendously throughout life. I mean, over the past year for sure, it has never crossed my mind that, you know, today I might take a hot one or at some point in the future, I'm gonna stop this challenge. I don't want to say I look forward to this, but I look forward to getting through this every single day. And I'm so glad to challenge that I embarked on. If you guys are new here, my name's Ali. I make videos on self-improvement and tech. So if any of that interests you, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week for the next video.